guys, this is Lord Chael speaking on behalf of our show sponsor, Established Titles. Established Titles is a project based on a Scottish custom where landowners are referred to as lords and ladies. They allow you to buy as little as 1 square foot of dedicated land so you can officially call yourself a lord or a lady. Established Titles is not just about your ego. You also get to do some good. In addition to your new fancy title, Established Titles supports global charities like One Tree Planet and Trees for the Future to help with the afforestation effort. Your title pack gets you at least 1 square foot of dedicated land in a private estate in Scotland. Your certificate features a unique plot number where you can see the exact location of your land. And right now, Established Titles is holding 200 plots of land right next to mine. So come join me in the Bad Guy Inc. Kingdom. Getting this certificate even allows you to officially change your name to Lord or Lady. Put it on your credit card, put it on your plane tickets, or if you're so inclined, put it on your dating profile. Makes for a great last-minute gift, and there's even couples packs that come with adjoining plots of land. Established Titles is having a great limited-time sale. Go to establishedtitles.com/Chael to save 10% off today. Remember to use the promo code Chael, or just click on the link below. I felt like I knew him. We ran in the same circles. I never met Khabib's dad. And here's what happened, guys. See, this stuff means a lot to me. Khabib, who's looking out for Islam. Okay. Khabib wanted Islam to get a title fight. Islam wanted to be champion. He was in no rush to get a title fight. They were going to give him Benny final fight, Benny. Michael Chandler tried to get involved there. Fine, I'll take Chandler. Other people wanted Islam and Conor. Okay, fine, I'll take on Conor. Daniel Cormier suggested he wrestle Jordan Burroughs. He said, fine, I'll wrestle Jordan Burroughs. I mean, I'm just sharing with you how this went. Now, Khabib knew the power of the championship. We must have that. Islam just wanted to beat people up, and this all ties back to Khabib's dad. I've really got to give him credit. He didn't raise guys to be strategic. He didn't raise guys to get around. He raised his fighters to be the best. If you're the best, the rest takes care of itself. We understand that, but that is a concept that gets lost. As soon as you start getting managers involved that want to tell you what makes sense, right? A manager is going to tell you what makes sense. If he understood the business, he'd work on the second floor at the UFC. He's going to tell you what makes sense. He's going to find workarounds. But as soon as we start doing that, we do take our eye off the concept. The little boys and girls that walked in a gym on the very first day, which was to be the best. So Khabib works hard. Islam wins his fight. Khabib gets him championship match. Moments after, Khabib, Islam, and Ali, in conjunction, go find him the hardest possible opponent on earth. Do you disagree? Do you know a man harder to beat up in a fist fight than Alex Volkanovski? By all means, show me that man. Because 15 have been given an opportunity and 15 made a slip. Okay. Not I want to negotiate with you, Dana. Not I want to come talk to you. Not the contract we agreed on isn't good enough because look at me now. He found the hardest fight on earth moments after he won the championship. So, Khabib happens to be watching UFC over the weekend, and Khabib sends out a tweet. And Khabib's tweet, he wants to get Dustin Poirier and Benny DeRouche in there together. That's Khabib's big idea. Fine. Why am I tying that into Mr. Nurmagomedov? How do I tie that into Ali? What the hell does that have to do with Islam? Because Khabib wants to do it in Perth. So you know what Khabib is saying? He's saying find the 2 best guys, which I believe is either Dustin or Benny, and quite frankly, I don't know who it is, and bring them to Perth in case anything happens to my guy. We'll just take on one of them instead. Had nothing to do with draw power, had nothing to do with pay-per-views, had nothing to do with financial incentive. It had to do with, in Khabib's mind, this was simple. He didn't think this out. He saw a fight and he sent out the first thing on his mind. And the way his mind worked is, we want to beat the best. We want to compete with the best. You guys count the cups. You get your little CFOs in there to cut the checks. That's not what we're here for. We're here to beat the best with a belief and an understanding that everything else will then take care of itself. And guys, we just don't see a lot of that. We just don't see a lot of that. I will come over here, and the one thing I know about you, the audience, is the last person I would ever ask what you want is to you. I don't trust you to know. I am well aware that you, the audience, does not know what you want. You don't know why you like this, and you don't know why you tune in. I do get that, but I do have to still hear from people, because I'll come over, say how to get a fight. I'll tell you how to pick a fight, absolutely perfect and beautiful clip, and then I'll tell you how to promote a fight once the bout agreement is signed. A lot of people don't know there's two steps. I mean, in all fairness, a lot of people don't know. There's a way to pick a fight, there's a way to promote a fight. But I will come over here and I will teach you on a daily basis. And I will always have somebody that pushes back and tells me, no, we don't need that. We just want to see the fight. Now, I, of course, don't ask them the obvious question of how many Elite XCs and how many Strike Forces and how many WECs did you watch. I don't ask them that because I know they didn't watch them. I know they only watched the UFC, and I realize they didn't watch the prelim card, and they didn't go to Facebook, and they weren't over on FS1 before they switched to FS2. Because I'm well aware that they don't know what in the hell they want. They don't know why they like this. But it still does exist. People that claim they could watch it on mute. Claim that the words don't matter. It's called martial arts. Do you know what an art is? An art is a form of expression. There is no better way to express yourself than to speak. It is literally what separates the human beings from other species. I have to hear that you don't need to talk. Okay. Do you see why Khabib, first off, having his hands absolutely full? He is the #1 ranked pound-for-pound fighter in the world, who's never lost, who doesn't have the potential to be a champion, who not once upon a time was a champion, the goddamn champion right now. Volkanovski's the world's champion right now. That's who he has for his young disciple. But he wants to make sure that if anything should happen to Volkanovski, that his disciple have the absolute hardest possible thing. And so he would like Poirier and he would like Benny Buck. Now that would make Khabib happy. This wasn't a behind the scenes so I can get my guy paid. Your guy's already in the main event. He's getting paid. It would make Khabib happy. If Islam have to prepare for the #1 guy in the world and know if anything should happen to him, he got the next best thing. The mindset that doesn't exist, guys. It doesn't exist. It was instilled in Khabib. Now, Khabib thinks this is normal. He's watching this piece. What's Chael talking about? Of course we want to fight the best guys. That was instilled in him. That was instilled in him by a great man and a great coach. Bruce Lee's gone, but we still talk about him. We still credit him. His skills were garbage. He couldn't fight a lick, but he had philosophies, and they were right. And they held up and they stuck around, and we show him that respect, don't we? There's not just room in martial arts for the Lees and for the Gracies. There are philosophies out there. You put them to test, and they hold up or they don't. Coach Nurmagomedov's philosophies, for me as a viewer, are amongst the best I've ever witnessed.